Life is a journey. It takes us through valleys of darkness and up mountains of joy. Along the way we face challenges. These challenges test us. They reveal the strength within us. This strength is called resilience. It's the ability to rise above hardship, to find hope in despair. History is filled with stories of resilience. Stories of ordinary people who faced extraordinary circumstances. People like Bilal ibn Rabah, a slave who found his voice in faith. Like Anne Frank, a young girl who held on to hope in the face of unimaginable terror. And like Epictetus, a philosopher who taught the world that freedom comes from within. These individuals came from different backgrounds. They lived in different times. But they shared one thing in common: an unyielding spirit, a spirit that refused to be broken. Their stories inspire us. They remind us that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit can triumph. Bilal ibn Rabah was born into slavery in 7th century Mecca. He was owned by a powerful merchant. Bilal was treated harshly. He was subjected to cruel punishments. But amidst the pain, he found solace. He found solace in the message of Islam, a message of equality and justice. When Bilal embraced Islam, he faced even greater persecution. His master, a staunch opponent of the new faith, tried to force him to renounce his beliefs. Bilal refused. He held on to his faith. He endured beatings and torture, but he never wavered. One day, during a particularly brutal torture session, Bilal uttered a single word: Ahad, one. It was a declaration of his belief in the oneness of God. This act of defiance inspired others. It became a symbol of resilience and faith. When Prophet Muhammad established the first Muslim community in Medina, he chose Bilal for a very special role. He appointed him as the first muezzin, the caller to prayer. Bilal's voice, once silenced by oppression, now rang out, calling the faithful to prayer. His story reminds us that even in the face of adversity, our voices can be powerful instruments of change. Anne Frank was a young Jewish girl living in Amsterdam during World War II. When the Nazis occupied the Netherlands, Anne and her family went into hiding. They hid in a secret annex behind her father's business. For 2 long years they lived in constant fear of discovery. Confined to the cramped space, Anne found solace in writing. She poured her thoughts and feelings into her diary. She wrote about her hopes, her dreams, her fears. Her diary became her confidant, her companion in isolation. Despite the darkness that surrounded her, Anne never lost hope. She believed in the goodness of humanity. She wrote, "I still believe, in spite of everything, that people are truly good at heart." Her words, filled with an almost unbearable poignancy, continue to resonate with millions around the world. Anne's story is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope can bloom. Her diary, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, continues to inspire generations to choose love over hate, hope over despair. Section 4: Epictetus finding freedom within. Epictetus was born into slavery in ancient Greece. He lived a life of hardship and deprivation. Despite his circumstances, Epictetus developed a keen intellect. He sought knowledge and wisdom. He found it in the teachings of Stoicism. Stoicism, a school of philosophy that emphasized reason and virtue, taught that true freedom came from within. It taught that external circumstances could not control a person's inner state. Epictetus embraced these teachings. He used them to rise above his own suffering. After gaining his freedom, Epictetus became a renowned philosopher. He taught that true happiness lay in accepting what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. He emphasized the importance of virtue, reason, and living in harmony with nature. Epictetus's teachings transcended his own time. They continue to offer guidance and wisdom to people from all walks of life. His story reminds us that true freedom lies not in our external circumstances but in the strength of our own minds. Section 5: The enduring power of the human spirit. Bilal ibn Rabah, Anne Frank, and Epictetus. 3 individuals from different times, different cultures, facing different challenges. Yet their stories share a common thread: the indomitable human spirit. They teach us that resilience is not the absence of hardship. It is the ability to find strength within ourselves, to rise above adversity. These stories remind us that we all possess this inner strength. It may lie dormant within us, waiting to be awakened. It may be tested and tried, but it can never be extinguished. It is this strength that allows us to overcome life's obstacles, to find meaning and purpose, even in the face of suffering. Section 6: A call to inner strength. As we navigate the complexities of life, let us remember the stories of these unyielding spirits. Let their courage inspire us to face our own challenges with grace and determination. Let us cultivate our own inner strength. Let us be beacons of hope in a world that so desperately needs it. For within each of us lies the potential for greatness, the potential to overcome adversity, to make a difference in the world. All we need to do is believe in ourselves, to tap into the wellspring of resilience that resides within us all.